Down to Super Bowl Sunday, now just 2 days out. In fact, 1 day, 22 hours, 30 minutes, 36 seconds. We have exclusive content, including pre- and post-game coverage. You can watch that live at nonstoplocal.com, hourly on the Pulse and on SWX. All right, let's send it down to Santa Clara, California. We have Nonstop Local Sam Adams and Leslie Lowe there on the ground for the final drive. You have your experienced team here, Tim Adams, myself in the studio, about 80 years combined in broadcasting, and we have our experienced crew and Leslie and Sam down there in Santa Clara.
We're about 80 years as well. We're trying the best we can, Sean. I feel like you win in that department, absolutely. Hopefully the score is like that, too.
I hope so, too. That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, let's go with that kind of a score in this Super Bowl for sure.
I want to see, what did he say? Did he say 80?
80 years.
I want to see an 80 on the scoreboard for the
I do, too. That would be
Sunday.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll just take a score that's bigger than what the Patriots have. That's all we have to say.
Well, I think you're going to like this segue.
Okay.
To steal a term from A.J. Howell in SWX, it's all about the red zone offense. Let's go from the red zone to green.
I like what what you did right there. So I had a chance today to talk to Kim Jensen and Ryan Sklar. They travel all over with big events like this Super Bowl, talking about sustainability and how to erase that carbon footprint. And so I had to ask them, how do you take an event as big as the Super Bowl and then work on sustainability to make it so that you have a long-lasting green thumbprint here? So take a listen to what they had to say.
So we always match the stadium where they are, and we're lucky this year to be in a stadium that's already got a pretty good baseline for recycling, for the way that they manage their waste and their carbon footprint. But we're always looking at what can we do to get to the next echelon. So this year we're focused on doing some additional waste sorting, doing some additional work to see what we can do to get the carbon footprint just a little bit lower. And so our goal whenever we get on site is to always meet the stadium and the venue where they are, see if we can get a little better, and then over time try to ratchet that up, make every event just a little bit better than it was last time, and you get somewhere pretty quick when you do that.
Talk to me about this NFL tie to now giving back. You're not wasting anything. There's donations of materials and food, which is pretty amazing.
If you look behind at the stadium, there are miles and miles of fence mesh. There is artificial turf. There is food donations. I think it was about 250,000 pounds that we donated to the local community last year. So we've reached out to hundreds of organizations in the local Bay Area. Our job won't be done until a week after Super Bowl. It's incredible the amount of materials that come out of a game like this.
In the bag before.
No, I think I had it before I even moved here. Nice. I was like, that's a nice color.
Hello. We were actually.
We were just so mesmerized by AJ's.
You asked, did she get it just for the Seahawks?
It's not a Hall of Fame jacket, but it is a fun one.
It is a very fun. We were like, it's just so.
Yeah. You could say Leslie Lowe was green with envy.
I was.
Okay, so let's talk AJ. Let's talk about the keys to the game. We'll get to the keys to the game for a moment, but
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, you know, we got to take it one game at a time, one segment at a time. And what do you see for the running game? Because that's so much for the Seattle Seahawks. That's what their bread and butter has been all season long.
Yeah, it's kind of ebbed and flowed this season, and obviously losing Zach Charbonnet was a massive hit for the Seahawks. But as they've moved towards the playoffs, not necessarily in the game versus the Rams, but the games leading up to that, things have kind of picked up on the ground game. So they were hitting over 160 rushing yards a game right before that bout with the Rams, and it'll probably be difficult for either side in this one to get things going versus these defenses. But O-lineman Gray Zabel says establishing a solid run game could be a game changer.
Yeah, we just got to run the damn ball and understand that might not be great to start, or it might be ugly at the beginning, but you just got to keep your head down and keep working and be able to run the ball.
And Sam, now that brings us to our keys of the game.
It's almost like Gray's been watching your segment and knows it's time for the key to the game.
He knew it was a perfect transition.
Here is the SWX Final Drive Keys to the Game, sponsored by Fairway Floors.
So the key to the game is Run the dang ball.
Run the dang ball.
Run the dang ball.
I mean, we just broke it all down for you. I don't want to necessarily do it again, but they've seemed to find their footing and hoping that they can keep moving in that direction. It's not to diminish what Sam Darnold can do, but just to know that they need to have options in order to combat this Patriots defense and kind of catch them off guard there, but also sticking to what's been working for them.
Okay. When I saw this graphic where it says what it's saying, that run the dang ball, to paraphrase, I thought it was a flashback to the last time the Seahawks played against the Patriots in a Super Bowl, and everybody said, why didn't you just run the ball? Okay. Find out if they run the dang ball when they play against the Pats in round 2. AJ, thank you.
Keys to the game.
All right, with that, let's continue our final drive coverage with the Seahawks right now. Ava Wainhouse live right now from San Francisco, just up the road, and having a little fun with the fan experience.
Yeah, Sam, Leslie, it has been so much fun. This has been such a hard assignment, right? Being out here this week. I do got to say, these guys behind me are running the dang ball. They are at the ground challenge. Now, this is just one of many activities that people are getting their hands on. They're waiting in line for here at Fan Experience. So we wanted to try it out. Take a look at this.
All right, we're at the vertical jump. We do not know if this is an accurate representation for me, but we're going to give it a go and see how pro I can go. Okay, ready? 3, 2. Is that good? I'm a pro now. I think we did it. All right, this is the 40-yard dash. We are about to see what my time is, okay? Graceful. What was it? Okay, this one I'm a little nervous for. We're attempting a field goal. I'm not hopeful for this one, guys, okay? Ready, Isaiah?
That field goal, just so embarrassing. But you know what? Don't be embarrassed, Ava. It was all right. It was good. You guys should have heard me before I did that 40-yard dash. I was like mic'd up. I was like, let's go, Ava. Let's go, Ava. So it was so much fun. I loved that one. The 40-yard dash, I'm most proud of that one. 6.78. That's not that bad, right? It's under 10. And I haven't sprinted in a while, so I'm going to give myself that one. You guys, you need to come out here and try this out. There's so much fun here at Fan Experience.
I said it a little bit ago. I mean, she has some talent with kicking that ball.
That was a great kick.
That was a great
NFL
kick.
Teams that could use Ava Wainhouse.
I think they could. You're up for the draft this next year.
Okay.
Thanks, Ava.
Go, Ava. All right. Let's go from field goals to life goals. When you're in San Francisco, California, there's pretty much one thing you got to see when you're here. What's that?
It is the Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay, how about a little history lesson?
I would love a history lesson.
Yeah, okay. So here's what I can tell you. It spans from San Francisco to Marin County. By the way, that's where I'm from.
I knew
Marin
that.
County,
You grew up in Marin County.
So it's a gateway from the San Francisco Bay out to, of course, the Pacific Ocean. Now, when it was built back in 1937, the Golden Gate Bridge at that time was the tallest and longest suspension bridge in the world. Now, 90 years later, the records have since fallen, but it's still said to be the most photographed bridge in the entire world. So when I spotted a lovely young couple out enjoying the picture-perfect view, I knew I just had one thing to do.
Hello. Hi, I'm sorry. I didn't want to bother you, but you're such a lovely couple. And I'm aspiring semi-professional photographer. Okay. And I wanted to ask you if I could, as a gift to you from the people up in Spokane, if I could give a gift to take a picture of you two with your phone.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, we're going to get a couple here, okay? And then how about the bridge? Yes. Here we go. Oh, look at that, Gabe. Look at that thing. All right, now your present to me is to react to the shot and tell me what you think.
Oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh, that's actually really good.
All right, yeah, I love it.
Oh, that was so pretty. You did great.
Okay.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
right. And that was free of charge. I just take, I just like 5-star reviews. That's all I have.
5-star, you know what I thought you actually did because you held it up. I was like, is he taking a selfie and then giving him a picture of himself?
You know me too well.
I do know you too well.
But it's kind of a reminder, like you're out, you're enjoying the sights. Everybody's got the selfie.
Yeah.
Like, make friends and ask somebody to take a photo.
Just take the picture.
You only get one chance.
I know, it's true. And I'm sure the photo was fantastic.
It was. It was a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Photographer game. Okay, let's head on out. Let's continue our coverage right now. We want to catch up with Noah
Bolter. He is actually doing a really cool thing at Union Square. It is the Super Bowl block party. You're partying this evening. Noah, how's it going?
Well, Sam and Leslie, to coin a football term, we had to hit an audible. Can is what we had to say as soon as we got here, because we were not expecting to run into Jameis Winston while he was here at Union Square in San Francisco. Apparently he was doing an advertisement for a local food chain, handing out burgers while asking people for their regrets. They gave me one question with Jameis. Take a listen.
It has been a dream come true. I really wanted to interact with anybody because I believe it's not just your location. It is about what your heart desires. And my heart desired to just do a simple token of gratitude to hand out free burgers and sharing how faithful I was that they all matter, right? Because that's the simple thing, and we all matter, and our time is very important.
Sam, Leslie, sometimes you have to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Live in San Francisco, Noah Bolter, Non-Stop Local.
All right, that's super cool.
That is
yeah,
really
you got an audible,
cool.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great job, Noah.
Yeah. And let me, Noah, while you're out there, let me just, you're talking to an NFL quarterback, and you just give us this how big were his hands? Everybody wants to know how big a quarterback's hands are.
Big palm of football.
Sam, that's a great question. I was looking up his height because standing next to me, he felt very, very tall. I believe he's 6'4", but he looked more like 6'5", 6'6" to me. At least I claim 6'2" for myself, but we might have to fact check that after looking at our side-by-side.
Yeah, exactly. All right, a giant among men. All right, Noah, thank you.
Thanks, Noah.
All right. Well, you can see it's jam-packed out there, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's that's the theme in the Bay Area. Have you been on the road?
I've been on the road once or twice or 3 or 4 times.
And how are the roads here?
They are busy. Even at
Jam-packed.
7 o'clock, 7:30 at night. So busy.
Seriously.
Yes.
So that kind of brings us to this. Apparently, there's a lot of congestion right here when we're live, right outside of Levi Stadium. Here's some video that we captured here. This is what it looks behind the scene as we're anchoring our daily coverage here in Santa Clara, and that includes today. We're on the 5th floor of a parking structure. They've carved out some spaces for stations like ours. It helps showcase Levi Stadium behind us in the background, but the space is limited. It makes for close quarters, Leslie, between us and the other stations. They're from Seattle, they're from Boston, they're from around the world.
They're from everywhere.
Okay, so it gives you some perspective of just how truly massive the Super Bowl is and the media coverage and interest that goes with it. I just thought it was really cool to kind of share. Everybody's kind of going like, oh, it must be all alone. We've got Levi Stadium behind us, and we've got this whole set to ourselves. Like, we're making friends, and we got a lot of neighbors.
And it has been fun because we are meeting people from all over the place, all over. Some of them that are starting their shows for their time zones, meaning on the East Coast.
On the East Coast.
Crazy.
So round the clock, people are always here. All right, with that, we're always going to our good friend Sean
That's right, we are. He's going to take over a busy day for Sean today, too, because not only Super Bowl coverage, my friend, but opening ceremonies for the Olympics.
Yeah, that's coming up, and you can see that in prime time. Mariah Carey apparently is amazing. And I have to say, there's a lot of unpack for you guys' coverage. We had AJ's green blazer. We had Sam on the street, Leslie being her naturally talented self, and we had Jameis Winston out of nowhere. See, that's the kind of coverage you don't get everywhere.
It's star power.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at star power.
That's what we do. We're bringing a full court press.
Hey, this was...
Thanks, Sean.
you have shorter hours tomorrow and Sunday. I know you guys have been pulling long hours. We appreciate it. I know everybody back here does as well. Great job, guys. But you're not done. I'll see you at 6.
Thank you so much, Sean.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Our Final Drive special pregame coverage. We're back after this as we go to break. The 12s represented in the heart of downtown Spokane. Welcome back, and tonight we are sharing the good with you. Nonstop Local's Melinda Lee shares a growing partnership and a blossoming friendship between the East Valley School District and Parasport Spokane.
Initially, we were thinking about the trades here, what we could do with this building once we got it back from the county. This building, we don't want it to be shuttered. It needs to be used.
Take a walk with East Valley School District Superintendent Brian Talbot and David Gregg.
Well, I love David.
Down the hall of what used to be Mountain View Middle School, and now
this is their home.
Is the new home for Gregg's Parasport Spokane athletes. Hundreds of them with impairments and special needs.
Their former landowner or property owner said that they needed to find a new place. We said, bring all your stuff here. We have a space for it.
As we're occupying a space that they had available and growing Parasport Spokane and growing interactions with East Valley students and teachers.
The plan is to continue creating more opportunities for East Valley School District staff and students to work with para-athletes training here.
We have kids that are coming here that are learning some life skills, like some job skills. We also have kids that are competing with parasports. And so we're 16 months in, and this thing has only scratched the surface.
But also alumni of East Valley too. We've seen a lot of alumni, and there's a lot that I didn't even know were East Valley alumni that are volunteers with us already. So when they walked into this space, they're kind of like, ooh, boy, we're back.
Back in a familiar building that's found a new purpose.
It's unique in that that we know of, there's no other school district that has a relationship with a parasport organization to this level and to this depth.
Now with sufficient space for all of the parasport equipment like these wheelchairs and an environment where
everybody belongs.
Reporting in Spokane County, Melinda Lee, Nonstop Local.
Here's a look at your game day forecast from Santa Clara with Nonstop Local Chief Forecaster Leslie Lowe. Sponsored by Bill's Heating and AC.
All right, welcome back. Yes, we are live in Santa Clara. We have been since Wednesday, and what an incredible time it's been weather-wise. It could not ask for anything better. Let's talk about our forecast here in Northern California. I'll step off. I want to show you what our current temperatures are. We did top out in the upper 60s and 70s. Once again, you can actually see we're still hovering right there in the upper 60s and 70s. You can tell, though, the sun is starting to go down, which means temperatures are starting to cool, and there is a little bit of a breeze out there. Wind speeds right now anywhere from 5 and maybe 10 miles per hour. You can see that here as we take a look at our current wind speeds. Oh, they've actually picked up in the last few minutes. Now we're at about 14 miles per hour, which would explain why it's feeling a little bit chillier than it was just a bit ago. As far as your tailgate forecast goes and your game day forecast, still looking incredibly comfortable. We're talking about temperatures that are going to be right there, upper 50s and 60s. So they have moderated. They've come down a little bit, which is what I was expecting. But still, as you look at that game day forecast, you know, fans are in for a big treat because we're looking for great conditions. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies, and we'll see those daytime highs you can see in the 60s throughout the game from kickoff to that final whistle. All right, I'll send it back into the studio now to my good friend Tim. He is covering all things you need to know right now in Spokane. I know you guys have been dealing with quite a bit of fog here. We haven't seen as much down here in the Bay.
Oh man, you haven't missed anything. I know. We got all your fog up here. Beautiful forecast. Nice work down there.
That's right. We shipped it up.
I know. It's up here right now. It's going to be incredible weather around that area. For us, yeah, more fog, low cloudiness as we go overnight and into tomorrow. Now we've got rain showers coming in later on our Saturday afternoon and into the latter part of the upcoming weekend. So it's going to be wet once again. Checking out the mountain passes since it is the weekend. No problems weather-wise up and over the mountain passes, upper 30s and 40s, and just a few showers up there. This big ridge of high pressure still pulling the storms from just north of Hawaii, so we're still pulling in very warm temperatures. And on the computer forecasting models, you can see how this first front comes through Saturday afternoon and into our Sunday. Still moisture around for our Monday. I'll zoom in a little bit tighter here, go to the high resolution, more detailed forecast. You almost set your watch to this forecast sometimes, and by the time we get to 2 and 3 on Saturday afternoon, look at those showers move into the region. Snow level's still going to be very, very high above the mountain passes, but dropping as we go through the latter part of the weekend. Sunday, the wettest day of the extended period coming up here. Overnight low temperatures, pretty mild, still pockets of freezing fog overnight. Then check out the daytime highs coming up on our Saturday. Lewiston into the mid-50s. Out to Moses Lake, we're talking about mid and upper 40s. Up to the northern counties, low 40s for the daytime highs. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 46 to 48 degrees for the daytime highs. Those showers coming in tonight and into our Monday time period. Then as we go way out to the extended forecast, a possible wind.
Well, both of our local West Coast Conference teams, Washington State and Gonzaga, getting ready for big games tomorrow night, and seeding is so important when it comes to the upcoming WCC tournament down in Las Vegas. So taking a look at the standings right now, Santa Clara has played one more game than the Zags, so they currently hold the top spot. The Cougars, they're in a four-way tie for fourth place with Oregon State, Pacific, and San Francisco with a 6-6 record. But the games tomorrow will start to separate the pack as the Bulldogs face the Beavers tomorrow afternoon. A reminder that they lost to Oregon State last season on the road. You can watch this right here on Nonstop Local KHQ. As for the Wazoo men, they will be at home taking on the top team in the standings, Santa Clara. It would be a huge upset for the Cougs, and they need it, as that one also starts at 3 tomorrow afternoon. So a lot of meaningful games when it comes to seeding in the postseason for both Gonzaga men and Washington State men.
All right, we're on Friday evening, a live picture of Levi Stadium. You can feel the